Hi everyone, this is Celestial. First off, I want to thank everyone for the 1,000 views for my Love and Deepspace edit that I posted months ago. It really means a lot to me. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite Love and Deepspace OSTs. Please keep in mind that this list is based on my opinion, so what is considered my personal favorite may not be your own personal favorite. And also, I enjoy all of the OSTs that have been released by Love and Deepspace. These are just simply my personal favorites. So with that out of the way, let's get started. I don't know about everyone else, but whenever I hear this OST, I immediately think back to when I started playing Love and Deepspace for the very first time, which was a year ago. I can only find this OST in a training room, and nowhere else if I'm not mistaken. The training room is where new players will learn how to fight and how to handle different types of weapons. So there's this nostalgia factor that made me put this song on this list, though I kinda wish they would play this in other battles outside the training room, like Deepspace Trials or even Hunters Contests. It has this serious business undertone to it, which is pretty cool, but there are other songs that I tend to prefer, which is why it's ranked lower on this list. I'm gonna be honest, when Dragon Silence was first introduced, I was impressed with the design, but that's about it. But the longer I listened to this OST, whenever I entered the event page during his banner, it grew on me more and more. It has this epic battle feel with an underlying emotional tone as the song progresses. I am not one for very loud or extremely battle style music, but around this part, I just got emotional whenever I listened to it. And after reading his Dragon Myth, and because of that, I began to appreciate Silas even more. Not gonna lie, prior to reading his backstories and everything, I used to dislike him because of how he treated MC in the main storyline. But after knowing what happened in this myth, paired that with how emotional the music slowly became after, well, now he has my heart. To put it simply, the main reason this OST is here is because I just find it super cute. The way Zayn humped Mary and a little lamb was adorable, and the way fans were saying that he and MC are husband and wife here is just so cute. This song is calming with its childlike tone to it, and I enjoyed it. And can I just say, I'm happy that Zayn is growing braver with showing his affections towards MC. While I didn't pull for it when it first came out, once it reruns, I might pull for it. The first time I heard this song was in Chapter 1. I actually totally forgot about this OST until later when I went back to the story menu. I don't think it's anywhere else, which is a huge bummer because I really liked how romantic and magical and soft-sounding the melody is. In Fold, please use this OST more, maybe in future storylines or even limited time events. Oh, how this quad banner destroyed the community in one single go, and how Love and Deepspace YouTubers were forced to censor certain parts of the banner because it's considered inappropriate. You have to admit that the music is really beautiful, and the vocals were just a cherry on top for this beautiful song. I think they all collectively screamed and gagged when the banner first appeared in the live stream. I certainly did. But even without the banner, the OST is amazing, though admittedly the banner did add more magic to it. Now we're getting into the top 5. For Silver Epiphany, just the fact that Xavier plays the piano for MC has me absolutely sold. The music is just so whimsical, and I love that he rented out an entire hall just to play the piece for her. He secretly practiced the piano without her knowing. And the part where they play the piece side by side together, sitting next to each other, is just so sweet and romantic. As a Raphael girly, how could I not put this on the list? I actually replayed this myth's music more times than I can count, alongside the top 3 on this list. Out of all the limited time myths that have been released, this one is by far my number 1 favorite in terms of aesthetic and OST. Then again, I am biased. I did hear that Mermaid Raphael is coming soon at the time of me recording this, so I don't know if this will get dethroned, but only future me would know. This is not to be confused with the Login Pages OST, as it is different. But still, shout out to Sarah Brightman for her beautiful singing. The first time I heard this was in one of Raphael's 4-star memories, Fragrant Dream, which, by the way, is a severely underrated memory. I'd say this OST pretty much sums up how Love and Deepspace is like very well. It's magical, mysterious, and it has a hint of sorrow that's bittersweet. It's like stepping into a whole other world, and I wish I could experience it for the first time again because it surprised me when I first heard it. Oh, the ever iconic music whenever you enter the wish section. The wish section is where players can either wish for the limited time memories or the standard wish. Also, as an added bonus, the jingle whenever you enter it is a nice touch. This music to me sounds like what falling in love is like, which, now that I think about it, kinda makes sense because we are pulling for the memories we want and for the love interest we like. For the longest time, this was my #1 favorite OST in all of Love and Deepspace. Until it got dethroned by another just recently. Oh god, where do I even start with this? I was one of the girlies who have anticipated for Caleb's arrival to the game officially as a love interest ever since I first saw him in one of the chapters in the main storyline. Prior to his return, I thought that he would have this typical childhood friends to lovers trope that I've seen many times already, but boy was I wrong. There's a reason why I didn't want to put Midsummer Rain on this list because I feel that it'll be pretty unfair as the two sound similar to each other. The soft vocals on this song elevated it so much. I even heard some fans sing that it's MC singing in it, which makes it even more heartbreaking because it shows how deeply intertwined they are with each other emotionally. And also, let me make this loud and clear for the people at the back.
Caleb is not MC's brother.
The first time I heard this song was in Caleb's Standard Myth. When he was released, Infold introduced this event where players are able to pick a standard myth story and read it for free without having to grind all the memories materials for a limited time. I was so excited for Caleb that I hopped straight into his myth story right after completing the main storyline. And there's a reason why this game is nicknamed Love and Depression.
I'm the older one, so I'll always be taller. And because I'm older than you, my hands are bigger. I'll start school earlier too. I'll always be a step ahead. That's just how it is.
Maybe it's because I love you a little more than you realize.
I cried so hard when I saw this. Tears were streaming down my face, and the OST didn't help me whatsoever because it made me cry even harder. It felt like my heart was aching for him and MC, and how they yearned for happiness with each other and freedom from their cruel fates. Honestly, this entire myth is just so heartbreaking. This OST is my most replayed song ever in Love and Deepspace, by a long shot. And even now, when I go back to read that part in Caleb's myth, I'd still cry. 10 out of 10, would highly recommend, and props to whoever composed this song.